in the back, in the back. In the back. In the back, in the back.
If you want to hop on the new minimal bass trend and produce awesome bangers like Chris Lake, Beltran or Chase West, then in this video I'm gonna show you exactly how to produce the track that you heard in the intro. And I'm going to give away the stems of this project so you can start learning right now. Alright, so minimal bass has been dominating the scene right now and it's trending on all Beatport charts and all big artists are producing this genre. So you don't want to miss out on this opportunity to hop in and get signed right now because labels are looking to sign tracks in this genre. Before we start, I'm going to mention a few sample packs that you have to check out if you want to start producing this genre. The first sample pack is from Evolution of Sounds and it's called Solid. The second sample pack is from the boys at Kick and Bass and it's called Electro Tech. And the third sample pack, and it's the one that I'm going to be using in this video, it's from Odd Frequency called Grid. And the guys at Odd Frequency shared to me a special link for you guys to grab this sample pack at an exclusive discount just for you. Now this video it's not sponsored at all, but I'm actually close friends with the guys at Odd Frequency and this sample pack you already heard in the intro, it's absolutely phenomenal. Alright, so let's start with the drums first. The drums sound like this. So as you can hear, these drums are super groovy and they are actually super tight and precisely crafted so it actually feels cohesive with the genre. So for the kick, I actually chose the kick number 2 from Odd Frequency and I actually processed it a little bit with saturation, clipping and then just some limiting, so I just bring the level out and the kick sounds like this. Super punchy and overall a nice tight kick. Now for the clap in this genre you need a clap that feels a little bit organic. Now this is the clap, which is the Odd Frequency clap number 11 and it sounds like this. And you can see that I used a tiny little clap here to add a little bit more groove and movement to the drums. So together with the kick, it sounds like this. It sounds groovy and organic, as I said before. Now, for the main hat on the first drop, we use a super tight hat, which is the hat number 19, and it sounds like this. And this is a classic pattern they are using on minimal bass, but to get the actual groove, you need to use a sidechain so we get a little bit of the pumping on the hats that will sound something like this. So you can see that the hat is ducking with a kickstart to sidechain it on the kick, but we are not fully sidechaining, we're just lowering the volume. You can also do this by controlling the velocity of the individual notes. And on the second drop we added another layer of a little bit more open hat that sounds like this. Now this hat is a hat that I made just a couple months ago and it's my go-to open hat because it just works every time. The only thing I did here on the sampler, on the drum rack, is just decrease the envelope to shorten it a little bit. So if we play with this, you will see what I mean. And I decided that 85 was the sweet spot. Right now what we have is the kick and the clap and the hats that will sound like this. They already sound fantastic. Then moving on to the percussions, again full of Odd Frequency samples. As I said before, I think this is one of the only sample packs that truly focused on this new minimal bass, so that's why I use this sample pack. So we have a perc loop that goes like this. So I saturated a little bit and just cut it a little bit of the low end and then used an autobahn so we can add a little bit more movement from the left to the right channel, okay? Here we have another perc loop that is just adding a little bit more flow. and here we have another prelude that will fill for the transition on the second half of the drop. So that's all the drums. As you can see, it's fairly simple, but it all depends on the sound selection. These sounds are so good, and after a little bit of saturation and processing, everything sounds like this. Alright, so let's move on to the bass. For the bass, we used a preset from the sample pack called Bass for Mind, and it sounds like this. Amazing bass line. It's a little bit of a rolling bass line, and it worked fantastic with the kick. So the only processing I used on the bass is a little bit of R-Bass and Fuel by Music Hack to bring the volume up, and everything here is just some automation for the drops. And I usually use this Ableton device to put my root note so I know what is my fundamental note. So now the kick and the bass sound like this, together with the drums. Now, the reason I crafted this bass line like this with this gap here is because I wanted to add like a bass shot to kind of just fill it up and add more movement to the track. So I used the preset from Auto Frequency called Speed Your Bass, and it sounds like this. So it's just adding a little bit more body and just an extra ear candy to listen. So together with the bass sound like this and the kick. So you can see it just fills up the space and just adds a little bit more uniqueness to the track. And this bass shot is called Bass Paula, and it sounds like this. And it just helps transition to the next part of the drop, which has this synth loop from the sample pack that sounds like this. So now together all the synths sound like this. And as you can see, only with these elements we already have a track. So we used 3 synths, the bass and the drums, and everything together sounds like this. So as you can see, everything is just super simple. And now I'm going to cover just the effects, which again, everything is just included in the sample pack, and we have some atmospheres that go like this. Just to fill up the space, we have a transition here. We have the vocal.
In the back, 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 in the back.
And that's it. That's how you produce minimal bass. Super, super fast, super efficient. And to be honest, with all these elements, then you just have to play a little bit with the arrangement, have a couple more new ideas for the breakdowns, and you have a track that is 100% going to be signed by some label for sure. So let's listen to the final result again.
In the back, 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 in the back. In the back, in the back. In the back. In the back, in the back.
hope you guys enjoyed this video. I truly appreciate all the messages that you leave, all the comments that you leave. I read everything. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below or join the Discord with the link in the description so you can start chatting with me and other producers so we can help each other out. Also, don't forget to grab the free stems that I will be uploading in the Discord so you can analyze my stems and maybe learn something, who knows. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I truly appreciate every single one of you guys that have been supporting me in this journey. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.